64. 6 levels away from 70. Maybe by that point, I'll stop getting blasted to smithereens. But I also just need to find probably a better armor piece than what we have at the moment. I've got some Paragon points. What are we going to put it in? 2 points. See, I need strength. I need strength and dexterity. Got that. We get intelligence. More strength. Wait, this would be like what? 18 to 18, give or take. Maximum HP. Maximum life. Resistance to all elements. I guess we just put this in here. Maybe this will make a big difference for me. See how strong that is. That'll be good for now. Alright, let's start actually looking at our items. We'll get some armor from here. Willpower, poison damage. Marksman skill. Poison. See, I'm apprehensive about this. See, helmets. We got 2 helmets. One gives us armor. Boosts our shadow imbuement. 2% armor. Both of these are sacreds too, so I wouldn't be investing in it too long. Shadow resistance, willpower, imbuement, and intelligence. Not so much. Imbuement +3. Resistance. Crowd control duration. I think we could get away with this. I think we could get away with that. Because all I have on this doesn't have damage. It just has really outdated maximum HP, which I have even more HP on this. This has more armor. I would replace the shadow resistance for something specific. Let's see. What would I prioritize in this case? What helmet would aspect would I give for my helmet? Maybe Exploiter's aspect? It could be something like that. We already got aspect of might on our chest for now. And cheat aspect, you take 50% less damage. You get movement speed too. I think we'll use Exploiter's aspect. Less than 5-minute game. Hey, let's freaking go. Mr. Grind, Mr. Riz Grind himself. Good afternoon to you. I hope you're doing well today, man. I've been loving the reaction videos that I catch on Instagram. One of these days, I don't know when. I don't know when. Maybe I'll make a TikTok account. Maybe. See, I definitely want to support you on TikTok too. Just trying to continue doing what's working. Yeah, that's fair, man. That's fair. What rank have you gotten to? Have you been playing much of Street Fighter lately? Because I know it's not your main game, but it's also like what's hip, what's fresh, what's hot. Oh, you leap behind. Oh, these are unique boots too. Movement speed. We'll probably take out the cold resistance. I didn't even know these were a move. Oh, okay. You deal 10% more damage to chilled enemies. Oh, I had no clue. Can I change anything for... What do I have that's unique? My dagger. Can I change anything that's dagger? Played yesterday, got my cheeks kicked by a coach. Well, I got 1 win. Oh, let's freaking go. What rank was the coach? Have you been playing ranked? Have you been dabbling with ranked more? How much over time? Basic skill. Yeah, we're gonna break this. How much money we got? 4.4 mil. Damage over time. Dazed, overpowered damage. Probably no. Yeah, that dog. We'll hold on to that. Make sure we don't break that down. Poison trap. It's sacred. This guy. These are sacred, so we should break this down when I have the opportunity to. Need to play ranked more just so I get better feel for it. Coach's rank, I'm not sure. I just know he's been playing Street Fighter for a while, ever since Street Fighter Alpha 3. Probably earlier. Probably take this off. I need a better chest piece then. That's what that's telling me. Need shadow rank. See, I wouldn't mind getting something with like just improves what we have at the moment. Like +2, +2. Something like that. That'll be fine. Damage reduction when I'll probably replace the dodge chance with something else. I think I might pick this one because you get more stats out of this. I'll hold off on picking the ancestral unique. Maybe because we get more out of these specific stats. USP, dodge chance. Yeah, we could break this down.
That got most of it.
But this one specifically. Shadow Step has an additional charge. Oh yeah, I'll break this one down too. I don't have a movement key. We'll break this down. Ring, basic skills 27%. Stun enemies, frozen enemies, damage over time. Critical strike damage 18.5%. Damage crowd control, max energy. Cheeks were getting clapped like a bongo cat. Oh man. Getting clapped. Man. I feel like that's how it's gonna be when I play Dragon Ball Tenkaichi 4. There's a lot of people still play the mods like heavily. As much of a fan I am of this series. But I still remember like how much fun I got from oh yeah, we'll break this down. From like playing ranked almost right off the bat. As soon as I finished like the story content, I played ranked. And like just being like a D rank and going up against like some B ranks or A ranks occasionally, it was just like super motivating for some reason. It's like, oh, let me prove myself. I can't wait to show these guys up. That was like so almost like more than 13 years ago. I think that sounds about right, give or take. We get forged in the losses. Yeah, man. Steel sharpens wood, right? I mean, iron sharpens iron, right? Oh, man. We'll definitely break this down. Year? We'll also have to replace the boots for this. We want Ravagers. So it's gonna have that additional charge. Do we have Ravagers aspect?
Fight hard, eh? Make the devils pay.
Let's see in here. It'll be mobility. Ravager's aspect. I don't think this is one that hey, just chill. Come on. Right here. Literally, I let you out earlier. Literally, I let you out earlier. You better not just sit on the staircase. If you do, I'm not letting you call Wolf again. Hey, Hooves. Do you have work today, Hooves? Up to 5 to 30%. So that one is unique. We would actually have to pull the additional charge. Penetrating shots. I would need Twisted Blades on this. Oh yeah, I'm out. I'm not in Blacksmith anymore. Today's your day off. What you got planned for today, bud? It's great to see you. It's got thorns. I have no real use for thorns. Damage reduction from enemies that are poison. Honestly, I could replace these pants. Yeah, these are sacred pants too. 10% damage, healing, dodge chance against close enemies, intelligence. Maybe we could probably we'll lose out on 332 HP. Replace intelligence possibly. Total armor, damage reduction when injured. What do we want with this? How's your morning going? Morning went pretty straightforward. Had to wait for someone to do an inspection of the place, but went pretty well nonetheless. How about your morning? Amulet is fine. Let's see, pants. Damage reduction, close or distant enemies, dodge chance, damage to elites, maximum HP, armor, dexterity is not the priority. Comes to pants. Comes to pants. Dodge chance is actually fine to invest into. I'm leaning towards this. Yeah, I lean towards that actually. Potion also grants 20% maximum life as a barrier. It's going pretty good. Just making yourself breakfast. What's for breakfast today? Getting some form of a damage buff against elites would be nice too. So I think I'll keep the other one. This has movement speed, period. 0.9 less. Max evade charge, movement speed, period. We'll just, I guess we could replace strength. Shrine buff duration. We could replace shrine buff, honestly. I think that'll be fine. We'll hold off on using this. I'm being honest. 6 skill damage. Oh, we'll break this down regardless. I'm trying to stick with ancestral. Simple egg sandwich? Do you focus on egg whites or do you focus on like scrambled eggs, sunny side up egg, and then you just put it in over easy egg? Or some people's cases, medium rare eggs. Finest moments. We'll avoid this one for now. Dexterity, imbuement. I think you actually get away with more of this helmet. Get some armor. I think we'll hold on to that for now. But this has +3. Yeah. We could break this down regardless. I think that's completely fine. Willpower is not what we want, period. So we'll take on this, mainly because it has shadow resistance we could just replace with. Yeah, we could work with that. Yeah, we could completely work with that.
Awaits your return.
What to give it? We said we would give it Exploiter's Aspect. I think something like that. I think that's it. Usually you go with runny, sunny side up, but today I'm going with scramble. Do you add any cheese? You said you're more picky about cheese being used, or does it matter the type of cheese? Would you use cheese? I think we'll keep these pants. Debate on that. It has cold resistance, slow duration reduction on top of that. You're gonna use some pepper jack cheese. Use just about any cheese that isn't craft singles. This craft singles what tastes like plastic almost. If you were to dabble with it. Don't have much damage for the time. This is a similar case. Yeah, damage to close enemies though. Damage to crowd control enemies. Some maximum energy from that. Damage to dazed enemies. I think you can get away more with this. We'll take out frozen enemies. I think we're gonna replace intelligence with this one. And replace shadow resistance with this one. I think that's completely fine. Boots. What were we debating with boots? I have to be less reckless with how I dash back in though. That is one thing for certain. I think I was debating on keeping this and just replacing what type of aspect I have for the boots then. I think that's smarter. You get movement speed from that, general movement speed, or you get outright +2 on ranks of shadow step and dash. Yeah, it tastes like plastic. You can't stand the texture of it. That's understandable. Understandable. Trying to prioritize. You have dodge chance with this against distant enemies. Try to get something with movement speed. Damage reduction, wall injured. We could replace the damage reduction then. I have to see how much that costs. I am slower. Hopefully we get something like movement speed. We'll lose out on the movement speed after killing the elite too. I missed that little burst. A little pep in my step. Oh yeah, we did have some leftover stuff in our stash, huh? I guess we should check what's in there. Oh yeah, break that down. Elite, strength, all stats, damage reduction. Oh, we could possibly hold on to that. These are sacred though, so I'll lose out on. Right, it has stats. Let's see on that. Let's see, put this on. We could just get rid of the what we have on here in our aspects, to be honest. Life 60. Yeah, we could put that on, honestly. Critical strikes of marksman skills. 50%, we'll holster off of that. Less damage from crowd control. What are we thinking? That's productive on here. Exploiters aspect maybe. Deal some form of damage to them. I think that'd be fine. Or movement speed. We'll get this for now. just do something like that. Pants. What can we give pants? Pants could be the movement speed one, I guess. I think that's fucking 2. Takes 12 of that. Jesus, man. The ring. What would we could keep what we have with that. Comes to the ring. By the way, any updates when we will? Oh yeah, that's a great. Because I'm going to be busy at least until Saturday. Friday, I'll try to stream earlier and helping Mama Fox with setting up for whatchamacallit. Father's Day brunch that she was cooking up. Could shoot for possibly we shoot for Sunday. Granted, I have summer league that day, so I would be exhausted if we do it later in the evening. The easier question is, let's see if we add a socket. We have enough material to add another socket, huh? It's not too much. It costs 100 though. Put 2 in there. That's a good question though. I would love to start, and now that NBA is over, I do have more free time to just straight up post movies. So that's a wonderful idea. Debate on that. That's a good point. Thanks for reminding me, by the way. Do we want to... Yeah, we'll replace... Where do we go for that? I think we go to you. Hopefully we won't lose too many things that are great. I'm trying to remember how we get the material for this, though. I think technically we can hover over it. Go up. Go to frozen enemies. From ancestral. Oh, during tide. Okay. And tide also. Okay. Strike chance or damage to close enemies. Move reprioritize. I think strike chance is much better in this situation. Yeah, it is. This we would put in cooldown, maximum energy, crowd control duration. Oh, we're replacing at least shadow resistance. Yeah.
Such poor equipment.
Shadow resistance is going to replace. There we go. That. Cooldown reduction or health on. I think cooldown reduction is, yeah, that's not bad at all, actually. Not full on replacing stuff. For pants. Actually, what days work for you, Hooves, when it comes to watching movies? I could probably adjust better versus, I know it sounds counterintuitive. It's like, oh, it's your schedule. You're the one hosting. But as honestly, I would be able to decide better if I know when people are free and go from there. Pants. What boots we could replace? Damage reduction while injured. We just replace damage reduction while injured. 10% movement speed. Tide has just risen. Alright, do it again. Saturday's your most free. Friday and Saturday evening, I watch things with El Rey in them. Okay. That's fair. That is completely fair. And I appreciate you giving me a heads up. Damage reduction. Dodge chance is fine. I think we could take out healing. Oh yeah, we're going to take out intelligence. Good one. Damage reduction. In this situation, yes. Versus total armor. Alright, we could start breaking down other stuff then. Since we're close to the jeweler, we could also buff up. Well, we need to salvage some things so we could upgrade things again. I keep doing that. He looks like the blacksmith, if I'm being honest. As much as that sounds interesting, huh? Yeah, we could break this down straight up. I'll keep this for now, but we'll break this down.
Good salvage.
We'll still hold on to that. We'll break this down. We'll break this down.
Plenty worth keeping.
We're gonna lose the barrier. That is true. We will lose the barrier, which honestly keeps me alive more often than I can admit. Hold off on that. No, we'll hold off on that too. This one has a maxed out smoke grenade. Hey Zandasti, how are you doing today, bud? We could finally break this down too. That's fine. Repair. Upgrade. You.
See? The finest quality.
Hold off on full upgrade. Upgrade boots.
See the bar make that.
Good, just working, lurking. How's work been treating you? I know you were talking about possibly looking for something else because of how this is almost borderline the equivalent of looking at paint dry for you. Unless I'm putting too many words in your mouth with that statement. But I hope it's treating you well at least. It's great to see you, man. That's pretty accurate. It's a little too on the nose. A little too on the nose. We'll take the health. Alright, we'll head to this one first. Oops. It's a good job in terms of pay, Fox. Yeah, that's one thing I try to when I talk to people like about jobs. I never try to come off like, hey man, job sucks to the highest orders. Like there's still aspects of it that I appreciate still, or what it accomplishes. So I make sure to like give the appreciation in that realm. God. No, those poison flies, those poison hornets, straight up light me up. Any chance they get, it's just like, holy smokes, man. Okay, that will allow me to slide. Gotta take these guys out. Hornets is my priority. I think we're doing decent damage, so. And there's so many of them too. Look at that. In the world. If I didn't get the sustain on there, I'd probably get clapped. Oh, I'm taking poison damage, okay. It's extremely good if someone is raising kids, can work from home, and hours are flexible outside of meetings. Crutch at this point. Hold on to that. Yeah, I think when I was offered the full-time position, granted I was the contractor at my previous job, they offered it. I was like, oh, this sounds like great idea if I needed benefits. If I absolutely needed benefits. Needed someone to depend on me. Take you out. But if it's just me, I think I'm more inclined to just taking like the straight up deal and not matter. Deal with the consequences of having a lacking of benefits. If it's just me versus like having a family. The research engineer was saying something you said you were seeking, and it sounded pretty interesting, to say the least. And I don't know enough about the subject, but from what you told us, it sounded pretty cool. It's like similar case of like me telling the life of a scientist sometimes. It's like just saying the things that are like a bit mundane. For me, somebody like, whoa, what's that do? It's like, oh, trust me, it's not as exciting as you think it is. That was from my previous job. If I changed jobs, I'd probably try to get a process engineer. Okay, okay. A process engineer. My Lanta. We are killing faster. We are killing more consistently. I guess we should go over here then. I love science talk. You're just gonna have to dumb it down a few levels for me. Best thing about that, I'm pretty decent at that. I rarely try to talk high level science talk. I think sometimes the worst part about me is like some people, because I engage with like a lot of the cues that's like, oh, this person is actually listening to me and they're keeping up with what I say. so often that it even includes like high-level science talk. So there was a lot of times in my previous jobs, like my supervisor or my boss would be talking to somebody, and they're like making eye contact to me, like I understand completely everything, and I'm just there like nodding, like a booth. Just like, oh yeah, yeah. Or if they're like venting about something at work, they're like, I can't believe they did this. I was like, I'm. Susie was crazy to do that. She's like, yeah, I know, right? And somehow the conversation is still continuing. Just like, what's going on here? What is happening? We could go up here and then over there. It's like a little maze. I'm invested in that kind of talk since I love some tea. Well, it's the tea in that, but it's science version, so. So it'd be like somebody complaining about someone messing up code in computer science. You're like, I mean, yeah. I think I'm done. I'm done with this place. The answer to that is a yes. Thank you. Like for me, when I was studying computer science, I will always admit how like, oh, this is an awesome subject to learn about. It's just like really counterintuitive if you approach it from like the standpoint of learning it like another science subject, like biology or chemistry or physics. You could kind of, well, physics more so, you could kind of be on the left side. I say on the spectrum, be like biology, you could get away the most with like memorization, or over here, the least amount of math and application. Sometimes you have to apply the definitions, you know, or specific techniques and things like that. But chemistry, physics, you would have to practice a bit more in terms of like the mathematics involved with it. This looks like a fun. Is that it? That's the one science I stay away from. I would say physics. If you're trying to learn more about physics and trying to stay clear of the math of it, it's okay to go into the theory. Like, you learn a ton. A ton. You don't have to like know like the math to calculate the size or location of a black hole, but you gotta understand like, oh, there's a black hole within 4 light years of us. Man, that sounds really close. I mean, 4 light years would take us a long time to reach.
There. Oyun, how do you feel?
We would have to make a massive breakthrough in something much faster than our current tech, and also much more sustainable fuel, and ways to minimize the effects of space travel on the human body. Whether that's putting the human body into stasis, or discovering something like the equivalent of
Drink your tea.
wormhole traveling
Rest.
that closes
She seems to be
allows you
calmed
to access like
For now.
great
Once she's
distances,
stabilized, I can
but
go
not
and
that much
collect
time
more
passes for
artifacts.
you,
Thank you.
or even something like a warp
Wait,
drive
I have a favor
like
to
you would see in
ask.
sci-fi movies
My journals
like
and
Star
papers.
Trek or
Will you take them with
even
you?
Star Wars.
Please. Take them far away from here.
Go here and talk to this guy real quick. But I like having a dialogue, especially with people who know a ton more about the subject than I do. As long as they're like at least respectful of how they. It's easy for some people to come off as condescending, but they're aware of it, and they'll take the proper steps to like make sure you're welcome to the subject they're talking to you about. And then there's other people who just will outright disrespect you and talk down to you. No.
If you meet the Triune again, remind
right
them
here.
of our strength. Oxen does not yield.
I guess we'll go to this one now. Also, let's look in this area. Hey Kenji, I hope you're doing well today. It's great to see you. Hey. No. Doing okay. It's really hot here. Is it because of you, or did you? What's going on? Or did you cause something to make it hot? JK, I'm happy to see you regardless. I hope you're doing absolutely lovely. I think there's one that we missed in this area actually. Oh yeah, looks like it. It'd be Onyx Hold. Onyx Hold, yeah, there's one. How did we miss that one? Hot weather and your appearance, Foxy Fox. Trying to butter me up on a hot day. It's working. It's working. How hot has it been for you lately? You normally don't rely on AC and EU. You would usually use like a fan and open the windows most of the time. I think we could go down and across here. How you liking Diablo 4? I've been digging it. I've been enjoying it a lot. No complaints. What is my damage at? Still 5,200. Armor, I think it took a dip? Or it got bigger. One of the two. Oh, hey. We did get some drops, too. A lot of plants along the way. Go this way. Have you been playing it at all? Or have you been steering clear of it? 86 Fahrenheit today, and AC are not common in EU. What's your stance on... I never really ask people who are in EU and their stances on it. I just know like the general consensus. It's like, hey, we want to not rely on this. Oh, we got 5 minutes. Oh, that guy exploded. Jesus. We just witnessed a death and a funeral at the same time. I guess we could go to the Legion, huh? I can understand trying to, like, not being overly reliant on things like that. Thank you. And some crits more frequently too. That attack speed is kind of disgusting. Problem here is electric bill goes really high when you use AC, and some people can't afford that. Can I make that in 5 minutes? Got 3 minutes left. Oh my! I can't believe it. They literally spawned. Well, I'm technically where I want it to be at, but that's kind of annoying that happened. A little annoying that happened. Will be the fastest way. Probably from here. Can I make that in time? You open a window, you use 2 or 3 times a day the shower. 2 or 3 times the day. Oof. Oh boy. I feel like that'd be the tough part about me doing hardcore mode in this game. There'd be something random if I take my eyes off the screen and a zit enemy just decides to spawn and walk to you when everything was clear. It'd be a little bit annoying. I don't like it when my skin gets sticky. No, that makes sense. For me, I'm used to the humidity. I don't know, I used to live in a much more southern place where AC wasn't too prominent, and they would also, when I was younger, they would tell you like, oh, go hang outside a lot. So I was just like, once I grew to an age where I didn't have to be forced to go outside pretty often, I welcomed it with open arms.
Hello.
Hey nerd, how are you doing, bud?
Look.
Oh, I guess I did block that, huh? I'm good. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty solid. You heard Kay works for Blizzard? Yeah, we saw her name in the credits. And if I'm being honest, I missed it the first time, but somebody super awesome named Ends caught a clip of me missing it, but then I was able to see her name again, so boom, easy. When I was in New York City, we had over 100 Fahrenheit, but it was never felt that bad as in EU. That's... Do you prefer that, Kenji? Like, you understand that people can't afford AC, but if you had the choice, would you prefer the lifestyle that utilizes AC? How am I doing? I'm doing pretty decent. We have Summer League later today. I had a pretty solid practice session yesterday with the team I coach with. Been slowly building feedback on... I think recently players sent in feedback on like things they want to focus on and progress as a player. So I need to start looking at that. I'll probably look at that after today's game at Summer League, and probably check out the practice film for the last 2 previous practices, not last night's. So we'll see how that goes. All these people who are tier 4. I got a Paragon point too. Nice. Let's go over this area. Yes, 100%. What you been up to, nerd? It's great to see you, seriously, man. You been playing any games? You been playing Liza P demo? Final Fantasy 16 demo at all? Did that catch your interest? Okay. Oh, Microsoft Activision deals go through? Really? What's your rationale for that, if you don't mind me asking? I know, honestly, EU been holding back on investing in that. Or they had the most pushback against it. Hard grinding Warframe. Oh, you're back on Warframe grind, really? Interesting. Alright, we need another servant. I think we have some time. Oh, for better games and better workplace. It's UK, not EU. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I heard that Microsoft wants to remove all Activision games from UK that they don't have any word to say to the deal. Interesting.
I'm not ready. Don't have enough energy.
Activision is under fire lately. And Warframe is very fun. No game has fashion the way Warframe does. I think for me, it took me some time to get used to the design of the characters in Warframe. It's like, oh, this is actually normal. Stuff like that. Just so different from previous games I played. People will just leave you once you have the chance. Okay, move. Holy heck. Oh, gotta be sure of that. Almost died to the zits, got stuck. Okay, got that. Overlord. Oh my. That went pretty well.
Well done.
Alright, that went pretty well. Started again with Warframe this year. You were level 16, now I'm 25. We don't have another Paragon point. Guess we could sell some stuff too.
Let us steal. For when words fail.
This will do nicely. take it off your hands? Well struck.
We can break down other stuff. Chill. Overpowered damage 75%. Goodness. Dexterity to jump to 122. All stats 54 on top of that.
What's left, you ask?
Alright, we're good.
Use it well.
Do you normally play Warframe solo, or are you playing with friends, nerd? Or with people who show up? Level 25. Such straight. Don't want. Do we want Havoc? I think Havoc would be useful, no? Doesn't Havoc have any use? Path to focused. Obtain lawless. Take the shortest path to brawler. Oh, okay, that's what I was supposed to do, huh? Shortest path to brawler would have been like that almost. Obtain lawless, which is here. Providing armor. So I would want that at some point. Insert chip. Do I have chip? I've been using Devious because that's all I had. Do I have chip? Oh, I do. For our dexterity, oh, you do increase. Physical damage increases the damage on enemy takes from you. Oh. I did not mean to back out like that, but got modified. Oh, just like that. That'd be fine. I guess level up chip when I get the chance to. Is there any new games you are hyped for about? So there's games that I don't have access to, but I'm still excited for. That would be Spider-Man 2 and Final Fantasy 16. But I think Ghost of Tsushima comes to PC next month, so I do look forward to that. And there's actually a pretty solid amount of indie games that I had my eye on that I'll give a look when I get the chance to playing that. Oh, dexterity. Okay, that's fine. Path to focus. Path to focus. Is there a focus? No. No shadow resistance. Brawler. Lawless. Oh, there we go. Path of focus and purchase all 3 elites. Path down and left to Havoc. Says, I guess they do want us to take. Okay. That's Ranger. That's focus. Path down, then left to Havoc. Path down left. Let's make my way through here. Strength, intelligence, intelligence, strength, strength, and critical strike, physical damage. I think all the... Yeah, you purchase all the magic nodes here. Okay, I could do that. Let's go down here. Hey, Kodadon. Good morning to you, bud. Ghost of Tsushima with PC. Ghost of Tsushima PC sounds like it's going to be an absolutely insane. Yeah, I hope the port goes well. That's more of what I... I hope the port goes really well so I can actually play the game. That's first things for certain. But, yeah, you guys are correct. I do look forward to playing that game a lot. Take pictures of foxes as many times as possible. How did you sleep, Kodadon? Did you eat anything delicious last night? Solo sometimes, but mostly with a homie or two. Hard to keep playing Warframe when D4 just dropped, though. Can confirm. Did you start playing D4 at all? If so, you're more than welcome to add me on Battle.net. Felt terrible last night due to digestion issues. I don't know what it felt like. A rock was being processed by your body. What did you end up eating? Did you eat ramen without cooking it and you just swallowed it whole? Your body was like, what did you do to me? Why would you do this? Oh yeah, I don't know. How do I show I keep traditions? What emote would indicate that to me?